All right, topic 2 is a review of solving linear inequalities. So this technically is not a topic in this unit, if you will, but we are moving towards solving rational inequalities. And in topic 1, rational meant fraction. So we're kind of doing some stepping stones, and this is stepping stone 1. How do you solve, and then put these on a number line and kind of like write the answer out. Okay, so, the original, I'm going to kind of treat it like it is an equal sign. I have 4x minus 5 greater than or equal to 13. I subtract 5 from both sides. I get 8. Divide by 4, and I have x greater than or equal to 2. Okay, x greater than or equal to 2. Now I'm going to put a number line. Okay, and on your worksheet, the number line is provided. And I give you lots of these here. And I'm just going to label some of these. So hopefully you remember that these signs give us a filled in circle. And these signs give us an open circle. Okay. And I need to make a closed circle at 2, and then very carefully read this, x greater than or equal to 2. So that means all these numbers this way. So I will shade in this number line forever and ever going right, meaning that any number 2 or greater satisfies this inequality. Okay, what happens when we have them on both sides? All right, so I'm going to subtract 4 here. So I have negative 3p greater than 12 minus p. Add p to both sides. So I get negative 2p greater than 12. Here's the tricky part. I divide by negative 2. If you divide by a negative number, flip the sign. Okay? I'm dividing by a negative number, so I have p less than negative 6. Okay, we struggled with these when we did, when we graphed back in Unit 1 and we graphed piecewise functions. So we really need to get solid on these before we move to the tougher skill of graphing those rational inequalities. So again, I need a number line. Just labeling some. It is an open circle. And all p less than negative 6. Okay, less than moves this way. Negative 8 is less than negative 6. Negative 10 is less than negative 6. Okay, so p less than negative 6. Remember this, if you divide by a negative number, you flip the sign. The key word is by a negative number. I know I said keyword. Keyword's by a negative number. Okay. I probably didn't give myself enough room here. That would be typical of me. All right, so what do you do when you're faced with something like this? Well, let's do this here. Okay, well, let's just keep going. 4 is less than 6. Okay, this is no solution. Okay, and that's okay. Okay, how would I graph that? There would be nothing on the number line. Okay, I wouldn't color these in at all. I don't expect us to run into a ton of these, but it is possible. There are some that have no solution. Okay? There are some that have all solutions. Let's try this one. All right, I'm going to add 2x to both sides. So 9x minus 15 less than or equal to negative 6. Okay, I'm going to add 15 to both sides. X is less than or equal to, and I am so bad at arithmetic, so I always check with a calculator. 9. Okay, I'm going to graph. This is just like we did before. All right, and I've got some numbers on a number line. 7, 8, 9, 10. This will be a closed-in circle, and numbers less than mean they go this way. Okay, so things that Mrs. Vogt is currently concerned about when working on these. I am concerned about us reading our answer, x less than 9. Because what happens when, I'm going to say to myself, what happens in the event that you get something like this? Okay, so you guys are going to read this and say that 9 is greater than or equal to x. And then you're going to draw 9 and color it in and draw like this. And that's not the case, because you'll notice that if I read it backwards from right to left, I would say x is less than or equal to 9, okay? And this wouldn't be correct. So that's something I'm worried about. I'm worried about us reading these incorrectly, okay? And then the other thing I'm worried about is shading appropriately, making sure we understand greater than or less than. So let's beware of these as we're thinking about graphing these on a number line.